Hello everyone, today we are going to study about Newton's laws of motion. Rocket propulsion is the science of generating thrust of propel rockets through space, overcoming Earth's gravity, atmospheric drag, and the vacuum space. Here is the theory packed with equations, concept, and real-world context tailored to your vibe. Newton's third law of motion: for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Rocket expel mass at high velocity backward. The reaction force propel the rocket forward. Thrust force pushing rocket forward generated by expelling propellant. Mass flow rate for propellant ejected equation and exhaust value relative to rocket equation. Exhaust pressure, ambient pressure, nozzle exit area equation in vacuum thrust simplified to approx dot equation. Specific impulse efficiency of propellant used in seconds, and the further equation means higher means more thrust per unit propellant flow. Liquid hydrogen and oxygen solid rockets. Rocket equation, a velocity change, initial propellant and final without propellant mass. Key more propellant and higher larger. Types of rocket propulsion system: chemical rocket, liquid propellant, fuel, liquid oxidizer, example SpaceX, Merlin. And solid propellant, prefixed fuel oxidizer, ammonium, simple but hard to throttle, shuffle. Solid rocket booster, electric propulsion, use electrical energy to ionize and acetate propellant. Low thrust but high, ideal for long mission. Example ion thrusters, Hall effect thrusters, SpaceX, Starlink satellites. Nuclear thermal rockets, nuclear reactor, heat, hydrogen propellant, high velocity gas. But nuclear safety and heat management challenges. Advanced concept, solar cells, photon momentum, no propellant, slow but efficient for long missions. Fusion propulsion, theoretical fusion reaction could yield ultra high, but technically is not mature yet. Rocket component, combustion chamber burns propellant, generates high pressure, high temperature gas, nozzle, convergent, divergent shape, accelerates gas to supersonic speed, optimal expansion, sea level vacuum nozzle differentiate, propellant management, turbopump feed propellant pressurization system, helium push liquid into engines, guidance control, gimbaled engines, reach control, thrusters for attitude, orientation, adjustment, perform factor, exhaust velocity determines chemical rockets, ion thrusters. Mass ratio, high ratio means more propellant but structure limit apply. Gravity losses, rocket fight gravity launch vertical then pitch over to gain horizontal velocity. Atmospheric drag, rocket streamline payload fairing and ascent quickly through dense air. Key equation recap: specific impulsion rocket equation, orbital velocity equation, and escape velocity equation. Rocket propulsion in Pakistan context: space program. Pakistan launched its first satellite and developing launch capabilities. Rabbit series surrounding rockets for suborbital research. Challenges: limited infrastructure, reliance on international partnership. Chinese help with satellites, potential application satellite. Satellite launch space science researches possible future collaboration in regional space efforts like Asia Pacific Space Corporation. Real world example Falcon 9 Maryline engine is reusable first stage, vacuum optimized stage, second stage. PSLV liquid and solid stage launch satellites to LEO geosynchronous orbit nuclear electric propulsion concept for deep space mission. NASA's Kilopower project for nuclear electric propulsion. Unsolved challenges. Cost effective reusability. SpaceX approach landing booster is cutting launch costs. Others seek similar breakthroughs. High thrust chemical rockets are powerful but inefficient. Electric propulsion is sufficient but weak. Safety storage for propellants. Cryogenic liquids need complex handling. Hypergolic propellants used in some systems. Want specific on rocket equation for orbit. Insertion type of propellants. Pakistan rocket projects or how SpaceX is revolutionized launch technique, or maybe how ion thrusters compare to chemical engines for deep space missions. Cryogenic liquids need complex handling. Hypergolic propellants used in some system. Want some specific or rocket equation for orbit insertion. Type of propellant. Pakistan's rocket project or how SpaceX is revolutionizing launch technique.